Hi again, Risa here, back with another episode of Ask Risa. In case you don't know, there are other videos in this series. This is actually episode 10. So I have all these grouped together in a playlist. If you like this video and you want to check out some of my earlier stuff, you can find them all grouped together under the playlist. This week I'm going to talk about a first look session. I have been doing a photography series and I've mentioned a first look a couple of times. You might not know what that is, or you might know what it is, but you're not sure whether it's right for you. So basically, traditionally, when a couple was getting married, they wouldn't see each other on the wedding day until the bride actually walked down the aisle. But in recent years, doing a first look photo session has become more common. Basically, it just is a private moment between you and your spouse-to-be that is really just shared between the two of you. Obviously, the photographer's there, and if the photographer has a second shooter, which I talked about last week, they'll be there too, but they're usually pretty discreet. They keep their distance, and it's just a really nice moment for you and your fiance to see each other for the first time. If you're the bride, you know, your husband-to-be can admire your dress and tell you how beautiful you look. And you can tell your future spouse how handsome he is in his tuxedo. And you just get to be with each other and you just get to be together for a few minutes and you get some really nice, intimate, close photos out of the first look. Usually how we do it is we almost always do them outside unless the weather is bad, but we like to position the groom in a way with his back to where the bride will be coming from. And once we get the groom in position, then we bring the bride out and we have her approach the groom from behind. She gives him a little tap on the shoulder. He turns around. They have a moment. We take photos of it. It's lovely. I occasionally, sometimes will have the groom actually hold the bride's bouquet. And when she comes up to him, he will present her with her bouquet, which is kind of nice. Sometimes with same-sex couples, we do it a little bit differently. Sometimes we put them together back to back so neither one of them can see them, and then they turn around and see each other for the first time. Sometimes if they're getting ready in a historic home and there's a really nice, pretty room in the home, or, you know, it doesn't have to be a historic home, but if there's a nice room inside, we can position one of the couple in the room and then the other one can come in to see them. If it's two brides and they're each going to have a bouquet, they will hold each other's bouquet and then present those to each other when we do a first look. Sometimes two grooms actually like to get ready together because there's no hair and makeup, and it's a little different than when you have a bride involved. So sometimes with grooms, since they're getting ready together anyway, we don't necessarily do a first look. But the getting ready photos are kind of similar to a first look because you get those pre-wedding together photos, which is nice. The other big advantage, and I use this as a selling point with my clients to doing a first look, is that it frees up your time after the ceremony. Because after the ceremony, you know, your guests are going to go into cocktail hour. And if you haven't done photos before the ceremony, you are going to spend your entire cocktail hour doing photos. First, you're going to have couple photos, then you'll have wedding party photos, and then you'll have some family photos. So if you do a first look, you can knock almost all of those photos out before the ceremony. The only ones you will have to do after the ceremony are large group family photos, like extended family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, that sort of thing. And if there are friend group photos that you want, you know, maybe it's your friends from college or, you know, whatever group of friends you have. Generally, we do those either after the ceremony during cocktail hour, or sometimes we do them later on during the reception, like during the dancing or something like that. But that's a huge advantage to having a first look. And if you do a first look, we generally, as a planner, I usually work with the photographer and with the couple to fit in some sunset photos later in the evening just for the couple. So you get those really beautiful, romantic, golden hour sunset photos. We can almost always find a place to do that. A lot of times it happens during dinner when everybody else is eating after the couple has already eaten, but it depends on the time of year and what time sunset actually is on your wedding day. So it's just something to think about, and it can make everything go easier for you. But if you really don't want to do it, if you're just wedded to that tradition and you really don't want to see your spouse to be until you walk down the aisle, that's fine too. You know, as a planner, I work with the couple. I'm here to make suggestions, but I'm never going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do or what you can or cannot do. It's your wedding and you should do whatever you want to do. But I'm here to help you make that happen. So if you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up down there, and you can subscribe to this video series so you'll get notifications when I release new videos, which is every Wednesday. And if you do subscribe, you can hit the little bell notification, the little bell icon, and that's how you get the notifications. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I am happy to answer them in a future video. And you can find me on Instagram and on Facebook and on my website. All that stuff is down below in the description. All right, until next time, thanks for watching.